Someone sent me this, I believe. So someone sent me this, guys, and yeah, I thought it was strange. I don't know what the heck it is. I know I've seen these type of orbs in the sky, but I don't know exactly what it is. I just want to see if you guys have ever seen anything like this. It's little house. Wait, what is this? What is it? Is it an orb? I've seen them in the sky, but never in a house. Is this some kind of trick or a game? What do you guys think? Looks real. There's two of them. Or is that just a mirror? I think that was a mirror. It's just flowing through the whole house like crazy. Is that like crazy or what? Crazy or what? I think I talked to you guys before about the breatharian. It's kind of like being a vegetarian, but you're actually just living off the breath or the air of life, water, and sunbathing. You guys know how I feel about sunbathing. I talked to you guys about the intensity of how it actually affects you in the cells of your body, actually penetrating, trading through the photosynthesis, purifying, cleansing, ionizing, bringing you to a proper balance. If you're doing the things that you need to be doing, then you are going to be balanced. I'm going to play this. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody that wants to come up for their birthday read, we will get into that today because that's all I'm going to do. I'm not working today. I'm not trying to talk too much. Like I do have a live for this evening, so I'll save my energy for that because it takes a lot sometimes to be able to discuss everything and keep track because I get to rambling sometimes on what I want to discuss because there's just so much sometimes. And one thing that you look at or we pinpoint, there's like 5 or 6 different things that you could talk about on it. So sometimes I get distracted on trying to break down the things to make sure you guys are seeing everything prevalently. So yeah, what we're gonna do right now, I want to allow someone to come in if you choose to and get your birthday read. If not, we'll do a video right now until the first person comes in on being a breatharian. Now, mind you, I'm going to give a disclosure that this isn't something that anyone can try. You have to be very trained and skilled with this particular um, uh, way of living. Physically, you have to be prepared. Mentally, you have to be prepared. And definitely spiritually, you have to be prepared in order to take in what you need to suffice your spirit and be able to go over to another state of being, which would be leaving the outer physical body and being able to go within to tap into your soul. Okay, so let's just listen to this gentleman. He's very informative. This is Mr. Elatom El Amin, and he's been a breatharian for months. So just check this out. And when you're ready to jump up for your birthday read, just click the link and we'll go from there.
Refrigerators, and we actually fed the whole neighborhood.
Here we are. Tom, over to you with your life story.
Hi, my name is Eli Tom Elamine, and I'm a breatharian. And a breatharian is a person that can eat very little or none at all. Now, I grew up in Ohio, USA. And growing up in Ohio, USA, I grew up in a family where my mother made sure that we always had food within the household. She made sure so much that we had extra freezers, extra refrigerators, and we actually fed the whole neighborhood. So me growing up in this type of household, when I finally broke away and got my own family and got married, that idea too was in my head to always have enough food to feed your family, and I also bought extra freezers, extra refrigerators, because that was the idea to always have food available. Now, as time went forth, I began to gain more and more weight, and I began to feel very bad. However, everybody in my reality growing up in America, because it was encouraged to eat the 3 meals a day, however, it was the 5 meals a day and the big portions. That was commonplace where I grew up at. So, however, I began to gain more and more weight, really feel bad about myself. And then one day, as I had to go see the doctor, my blood pressure began to rise, and a whole lot of other things began to come into play. However, one day, out of being desperate, I ran into a man who said, "Won't you just leave meats alone?" Now, at
Leave
that
meat
time, being
alone if
desperate
you
and
do
my health
not want
really
to go
feeling
fully with
bad,
something like
I was
this.
willing on doing anything, so I left the meats alone. And at that time, I didn't realize it, but that was the motivation to lead me into the pranic journey by leaving those heavier foods alone. So not only I left the meats alone, I began to also put an exercise routine in my lifestyle. And then I began to learn more about holistic foods, being more vegan, learn more about live and raw foods. But then it got good. I started learning more about fasting. I started
If you're interested in getting a lot more information on sunbathing, fasting, being a breatharian, I don't practice being a breatharian, but I'm familiar with the practice. And to get more in-depth information, he probably won't go into. We could have a private conversation. Feel free to reach out to me about any of these subjects to make sure you have clarity on it, so that you are sufficient and starting a journey on either of these particular things.
fasting once a week. And it started out for religious purposes. But as time went on, I started to learn about meditation. Now, learning about meditation, that gave me the knowledge to learn about the
Meditation.
energy channels within the body. Now, there was a time I didn't know they existed or not. But as I went into the practice and began to focus on those different energy channels, I began to get a boost of energy. It began to better my health, give me more energy. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was already on the pranic journey, because the pranic journey is a holistic health message. So as time went on, I went more into 80% live and raw foods. My meditation, I really stayed with it. And I was so proud of what I did with my health. I got rid of all of that weight. I went from 180 pounds to 160 pounds, and I really felt good about myself. Then one day, a young lady said to me, "There's people who can live without eating." And I said, "What?" So I began to go check that information. Now, 19 years ago, because I've been on this path 19 years, they really didn't have that much information like today. But anyway, I did the best I can. I tried to find the most information I can. And what I found that there was a 21-day process at the time that was in circulation. However, I didn't have enough money to take 21 days off of work. I just got married, just bought a house. So what gave me my confidence that I could pull this off, since I didn't have enough money to go out of the country for 21 days, is that the improvements I've already made on my health. I was already living a life of 80% live and raw. I was already in the fasting once a week. I was already meditating constantly, and I was already exercising. So I seen all of these health improvements.
Now, if you listen to his journey, he's telling you about preparing himself. As I told you guys earlier, listen very closely to this video if this is something you want to try or tune into in order to ascend to a lighter spiritual space. So, with the journey, you have to make sure that you are preparing yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. I'm going to mention this again. This is a disclosure for anyone when it comes to breatharianism, veganism, anything when it comes to prana life or prana living, trying to elevate yourself and living in the spirit. Okay, this is very pertinent, and this is something that I do give a disclosure on when it comes to breatharian work. It is very intense. There are people that have died from this, actually. So, in order to be able to live and reach that enlightenment state and be able to suffice yourself, there has to be a certain amount of energy you're able to pull into your physical being in order to sustain you in the physical, spiritual, and mental well-being.
Now, again, I didn't notice it was the pranic journey already. That's why I teach people on this type of level. First, you got to learn how to eat. First, you got to put exercise into your life, fasting and so forth, and meditation, because that's the foundation of living on prana. So, anyway, when I found out about it, and I started to study as much as I can, I went into food freedom. Now, what I learned was the physical body was easy to get into a food-free state, but the problem was the accumulated habits that I've done throughout the years of eating. And food is
When going into any type of new way of living, you have to make sure that you are cleansing yourself. It's very important to detox. It's very important to ground in your meditation by standing barefoot and having your hands up to the sun so that you are pulling out toxins and you're pulling out negative ions. You are pulling out EMFs from your body. The earth naturally pulls these things out. The earth will purify and cleanse your body just by you grounding yourself with it, by intuning your physical body with the earth. It does a natural detox. Other ways of detoxing is taking a nice bath, get in the shower, rinse yourself off, run your water, soak in water, and it will take you about a half a cup of Epsom salt and a quarter cup of baking soda. And this will normalize the pH balance of your whole entire body and detoxify your skin of any impurities, including your pores. Grand day, sister. Grandest. So it's very important, guys, when doing these things. And the fasting. If you're looking to take yourself to different states, taking time to fast. You know, even if you start fasting, I won't eat until 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll have one meal today. I'll just eat fruit in the morning. I'll eat fruit until evening time, and then I'll have my one meal and make sure you're eating before 6 o'clock. These things are very important to your body and your sustainability.
all around you. And my son just did a real good research on food and its association with drug addiction. Your body does give off reward centers of oxytocin, dopamine. And when you're dealing with foods that you love and you've created this habit, this is what the human being is up against. So anyway, I went on to the pranic levels, and there's many different levels and degrees. So I learned how to eat once a day. I learned how to eat every 3 days. So I understood that as I kept learning more and more and more about being on this path, because keep in mind, you cannot really tell an experience. You have to go through the experience to learn about it. So as I was going through this experience, this is what makes me such a good, credible teacher today, is because I took myself to engage this experience. So being with my son as he was growing up, I decided to eat once every other weekend to maintain our relationship, because that's my son that I have created. But also, I've already broke the rules of what they said that was normal, or how you should eat and how much calories you need and so forth. Now, a lot of people mistake this for binge eating, but this is not binge eating at all. Because keep in mind, I said meditation is the foundation, and I've been meditating
Meditation
for years.
is the foundation.
In other words, I've been meditating so much that actually living on prana is a walking meditation. I'm meditating right now. I'm meditating every day. Because the more you can hold the light into your body, hold that frequency, that vibration, you don't need to keep jumping back to physical foods. So that's the person's problem. You got to get used to this new vibration.
Harnessing the energy.
So anyway, as I've been on this path, I've gotten stronger and stronger to where as my son got grown, I didn't need to eat every other weekend right now. So right now, I don't eat no food at all, and I don't do liquids also, because that's just another frequency or vibration. And the reason being is because this experience that I'm having is an exploration of consciousness. I already know what it feels like to eat. You understand? So therefore, to explore this consciousness, most people just look at it as being in their head. But your consciousness is your physical body. I am what I think. So therefore, I have robust health. Health is the thing that you know that you have accumulated more prana. There is no in between. And then your external environment. This is my imagination that I'm living in. So when I tell people that I'm living a life living in heaven, I'm living a life with no problems, there's no blockages because I've let the lower vibration of light alone. That's what food is. It's a lower vibration of light. But there's what you call UV light. UV means ultraviolet. Ultra means above or beyond the visible light. So I'm being sustained by those invisible forces that's in the air, that's in the solar power. You understand that the eyes cannot see, but by opening up your energy channel, your body is already connected with it. So again, I have taken my mission to go around the world to educate people, not only that it exists, but also to be an example, but also show them and take them into the practices to open up their energy channels in their body. Everybody has them. You are an energy being, and that's all you work with. And the more you can get the understanding to work with yourself, you will grow and get stronger energetically. You will grow health wise. Your sleep will decrease. You will have a happier and healthier life. And right now, this is needed for humanity. So again, I do take myself as an example, and there's other planet beings that's coming out more and more. And you don't need to go to information about people who's already dead. Today, you have the most information that's ever been out there on a human being to make this transition to work more with the light. Even medical science is backing this up. They're showing you medical benefits of the sun, medical benefits of breathing, medical benefits of exercising, medical benefits of fasting. You put all of this together, you will grow energetically into this new paradigm shift. And you can eat very little or none at all because we're energy beings by our nature.
Real quick. So, on what he was saying about the paradigm shift, we talk about the frequencies and different things. So, when it comes to it, the paradigm shift, and when everything happens with the changes that we're going through, the enlightenment of the body being full of light versus being full of other things, chemicals, foods, other entities that possess us through certain parasitic things that we're not even aware of that are consumed inside of our body, right? So we have these things that we are trying to get ourselves in tune with the energy of the universe. Because of the changes, we are uh, able to shift our life and our energy to be able to coincide on the same frequency that we are shifting to. We coincide with nature because nature coincides with us because we are part of the universe. We influence it, and the universe actually influences us. So, due to that, with the paradigm shift, when things are going on right now, in order to maintain yourself sufficiently mentally, physically, and spiritually, you will need to have a certain transition in your physical state. So, when he's talking about the paradigm shift and being prepared for that, if you're able to uplift, or the density within your body is not able to bring itself to a good space due to you not being able to cleanse yourself properly of the things that are inside of you that actually hold you down. They give a weight to your body. There are physical, mental, and spiritual things that can weigh you down in those areas particularly. So if you're not sufficient in taking care of these things, creating a perfect balance for yourself so that you're able to sustain yourself in the paradigm shift, so that you are shifting now with nature. You are a part of nature, so you must become a part of what it is. The ether has to be coinciding with each other for you to be in that, in that pool. And because of us being of a spiritual enlightenment, the ones that are already here mentally, spiritually, we are able to help shift that paradigm into what we need it to be by manifesting the perfect harvesting of the energy and harnessing it to be used in the proper spaces and ways and where we need it to be used at. That takes a lot more work though, because you guys aren't really syncing too much with what I talk about on certain things when it comes to the meditations and us actually shifting reality and making things and the difference in our world. I guess a lot of you guys don't really believe you have that power, that energy, or that strength to do so. I do what I can on my own, but it's great when I have people to work with me. So when you guys wake up and realize this, y'all will reach out to me and we'll get it going. But on the other sense of that, we have to be aware that you have to be ready to move and shift with whatever is going on. So if you're not in a proper space for doing that, you may be creating problems for yourself to be able to ascend and make the proper shift in your energy, your light, your consumption of things that you're pulling in will not be able to shine due to the dimness and the barriers put upon it.
Now, I hope I told a lot. And like again, being on this path is the best life I ever lived. Some people say, do I get the temptation to eat food? No, I don't. Because you developed within yourself a feeling state and a desire to live in a light, to live with the subtle energy vibrations. You don't like the way that the lower vibration makes you feel anymore. You outgrow it just like a kid outgrowing a toy. So therefore, people who still struggling in and out, that's okay. If you stay consistent, there'll be a period of time when you will rotate and start enjoying a higher frequency vibration. And I hope everybody will stay consistent and stay on these levels. And even if you choose to still eat, learn how to eat, learn how to keep your quantities small, and keep health first. Because food freedom is a byproduct of perfect health. And right now, I'm in perfect health.
I say, would you guys like that? Would you like to be in perfect health, being mentally and spiritually prepared? Making sure that you are able to shift with the paradigm, even if you guys aren't, believing that this is going to happen. It doesn't go on your belief; it goes on what's really actually going on. So there's a lot going on right now, and with the shifts that we're going to be going through, if you're not prepared, then you get caught in a very bad space. Okay, I didn't want to work there. I wasn't going to do too much reading and going over lessons and so on and so forth. We've been doing a lot over the past 2 months. If you guys have not had a chance to see some of the past videos over the last a month and a half or 2 months, then you really need to go back and watch those. I'm going to be doing a very important video that's going to extend that information. As you see, there's been like a trail of information, dissemination of lies, so on and so forth, exploration of the truth, actually bringing things to light. So, I actually am just doing this. I just wanted to get up here with you guys this morning because yesterday I had to change my life. I had a busy day yesterday. So I changed it to this evening because it's going to be very interesting and intense. So what I've done, I've dropped the link for you guys so you guys can jump up and get a Born Day read. I'm going to play another video, give you guys the opportunity to do so. I know the last time we did it, you guys were want me to do certain days, but I had to get off because it took so long, and I promised I would come back. And now none of y'all that wanted me to do yours is on. But I'm gonna give you guys a chance. Let's get to another important one. This particular one is about another gentleman. This is Mr. Aris Latham. Mr. Latham is another breatharian, right? And he practices prana. He avoids drinking water and things over 40 years, and he still remains healthy. Let's listen.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Nyammings with me, Crystal.
All right, Crystal, we'll be right back. So we're going to play this video. This is a very important video. Bro got up here to get his information, I'm thinking. So we're going to get right to it. What's going on with you, bro?
Peace and blessings to you, sis, and to the chat. When I heard you say the reading, you can hear me?
Bro? You want to do your Born Day? Yes, I can hear you now. It's just a little choppy. You want to get
Yes,
into your born
ma'am.
day, bro? What's your born day?
228.
Ready? Ready? 228. All right, let's get it. 228. Let's see. We're gonna go here. We're gonna start with the book, and then we will go from there. And it says that it is the day of zest.
Go that way so I can
Okay.
pull out. I forgot to go that way. Say that again, I'm sorry.
You what you say, bro?
Now I'm listening.
Okay. It says it is the day of zest. Those born on the 28th have a tremendous zest for life, which they communicate. Hold on, I'm having a little problem. I think I need a little more light here. Hold on, bro. Give me some light. We're a little dim in this corner right now. All right, there we go. All right. It says you have a tremendous zest for life, which they communicate with everyone who meets them. These positive, energetic, we're talking about energy, right? Look at the first read we get. These positive, energetic individuals are able to brighten up most occasions with their vibrant personality. Don't you do that every time, bro? It's what I told you. Just like you jumped up here the other day and just finished off everything perfectly. Yet, on the other hand, they have a propensity for healing, for heading off in entirely the wrong direction. Full steam ahead. So you get something in your mind, bro. You head on with it. You know, it's not too much that anybody can tell you or change you different. You know, they'll tell you, oh, these are the facts. Let me show you, bro, so you don't waste your time. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, no. I got to see for myself. I don't want to hear none of that. To make them aware of this is almost impossible when they are caught up in their own enthusiasm. All right. They can be at once assured and positive, dynamic, effective, or destructive, depending on the circumstances. So, bro, a lot of stuff you be thinking like, oh man, this da da da. You might think it's other circumstances, bro, but pay attention because a lot of times when you so rushing into the things you want to do because you feel like you want to do it the way you want to do it, and you know that you know how to do things the proper way, and it should be going this way, you'll jump and go head forward into it. And sometimes you don't take caution and say, wait a minute, let me think about this for a minute. You just boom, you pop out. So sometimes chill out, bro. Take your mind and take your time with that. Does that resonate with you, bro? Because that's what I'm feeling. I just want to verify I'm on the right tip.
No, everything on point.
Okay. Those born on this day would do well to sit down and contemplate their direction in life. I just said that. I need get to know themselves better. That's why I love this book, because I swear it resonates with a certain thing that I know. Sometimes some things are off a little bit, and I'll feel that discernment. That's why I asked you that, bro. I want to make sure, because it may say something and I'm like, I'm not really feeling that. So if you hear something that's not exactly right, stop me, because I want to make sure we're on the right path too. Because sometimes a lot of things are resonant, but it's slightly different, and then it'll feel like it's the same thing, but it's a little different.
Yeah, you're right, because it'd be a general reading.
Yep, it'd be general, but the other I feel the underneath, what's under the surface, just this, like the surface stuff. I like to dig and go up under too, from what I'm feeling and what I'm reading, what they're saying, and it does, it just do a different thing. And I see you up here, bro. Thanks for joining. You'll be next. Okay, so it says, because their energies tend to be diffused and dispersed, and since they can so easily get carried away with new endeavors, February 28th people may adopt an unrealistic attitude toward the world. That doesn't resonate with you, which causes those near and dear to them a great deal of worry. And part of the problem of, I'm sorry, these letters is a little small. Let me turn this light the other way, because this is looking a little weird. Okay. Part of the problem is that some February 28th people may like having others worry about them and may even engage in dangerous or uncertain activities precisely to get that attention. That's not true. What it is, I feel, is that you You do your thing, because a lot of your family, they're not really resonant with the things you be trying to put them onto or show them, or for them to have a light on. Some of them feel it, but some of them they like, bro, you do too much with that. You focus on this too much. You need to not worry about that, because that's not that important. Where you try to show them it is important, and y'all don't think it's important because y'all don't understand or understand it. And I'm trying to make y'all understand it. So that caused a lot of the problems, because they start to worry about what you're going to be getting into. Oh, he always doing this and this. They be worrying about trying to keep you on the right track as they perceive it to be, or what they think it should be, when you're already on the right track. Is that
Especially
right,
in
bro?
corporate. Yeah, especially in corporate. Like I bring innovating styles and they'll try to put a cap on me. But you know how that go when we working when they social constructs.
Yep. But you know how to handle it, bro. You know how to move, so it don't become an issue too much for you. Just make sure you're taking your time moving, bro, because you be on the rush. And then you can, you'll make the decision that's going to make other things move right for your lifetime. It's not so much that you're making the wrong decision on small things, but the way you move, you can make it move the way you want to if you move a different way sometimes, if that makes sense.
And that's confirmation you on it, because I've been learning patience and to sit still and
Yeah. And it's going to benefit you. You're going to be benefited from that, because it's going to show you the things that are going to be better, where you're like, dang, I thought that this would be the best way, but I think I'm going to try this, because this seems like this going to be a better output. And it's sure enough, it's going to be, once you, you get the right thought and get on the right path, because that frequency going to lead you where you need to be. Let's see. Those born on this day need to imbue their zest for life with understanding. Through both intensely positive and negative encounters, they may eventually come to develop a personal philosophy and deepen their spiritual understanding of life, which you've been doing that recently, more recently than before. I'll say maybe in the past year or so, I feel like you've been doing, just that. And it's helped you a lot. You're going through other stuff, but with the other things you're going through personally, because of this and going on this journey you're on now, your spiritual growth, you're able to handle those things differently, where before you probably would have bugged out, where made it problems, or gave somebody else a problem because they're giving you a problem right now, but you know how to deal with it now. You're doing things differently. Do that resonate, bro?
everything on point. That's why I'm just being quiet.
Okay, babe. Just want to make sure. Okay, because when I go with my own feelings, sometimes I'm reading this stuff. I want to make sure I'm feeling what I'm feeling too, and it's helping you. What you need too. Okay. So the question is, at what point experience will at last translate into wisdom? For some born on this day, such an evolution takes place quite late in life. For others, not at all. Indeed, it is incumbent on February 28th people to, at some point, stand removed from life's passage, show and observe themselves and others living. So I don't really feel anything that's jumping out from that, other than it is what it is. That last part that the book read, you'll know what that means to you. I'm not reading the whole thing, because like I say, it's like so much information on each day. I'm going to the things I think might be relevant or prevalent to you. I'm going to look up, read your health, and then we'll move on. Okay. Those born on the 28th may not have a great awareness of their body and how it works. An objective medical authority with whom they may have regular checkups and health discussions is highly beneficial. I don't recommend that. I recommend you to do what you've been doing. I feel like you have been on a health journey, and you're eating and properly dieting yourself the way you feel is sufficient for you, and it's been working for you. It's also helping you to enlighten yourself spiritually, because you've been on that journey and getting a lot of different toxic foods and a lot of junk that you used to like to eat. You stop eating that stuff, so now it's allowed your spirit to open up even more. Mm-hmm.
To cut you off, but that's funny you said that, because the spirit told me to put these stones I collected on the beach in my beverage, and I sat them in my beverage, and I just drunk, and I took them out.
Yeah. Talk about it. Yes, bro. I be talking about that all the time. You can put the people, they always talk about crystals. You put the crystals in your drink. You put magnets in your drink. There's certain things you can do to help the ionization in your drinking, in the water itself. Use copper cups. You can buy copper straws. Guys, look online. You can buy copper straws. There's a lot of different things you can do to help enhance yourself. That's not even hard. It's easy. And you on point, bro. I already knew it. I felt it. As soon as I started reading it, I said, oh, dang, bro, he got this. He been doing something that's been helping everything move right the way it's supposed to. So we don't even got to worry about the health, bro, because I feel like you're on that. And when it comes to
What about
meditation, bro,
career? Oh yeah, go back. My bad. Handle it, baby.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
gonna
you
let you
want
do.
to ask?
I was gonna let you do your process. I was gonna jump ahead and ask about career, but do your thing.
Okay. I was just gonna say on meditation real quick, bro. The object of one's enthusiasm is at least as important as the enthusiasm itself. So where you're doing your meditation and stuff, the more that you're feeling that energy toward it, like I gotta meditate, I'm tired, I don't work today, that take time, I don't think I'm gonna do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, so it's your enthusiasm with doing it. So just be real careful with that. Make sure you're not like, brushing it off, and your energy is in it. I feel like sometimes you may be kind of, feeling tired or overwhelmed. It's like, dang, I'm doing all this. Is this process working? Okay, I'm gonna do it, and then you'll still do it because you feel like it's working, but then you don't have that happy or joyous energy toward doing it. If that makes sense. But go ahead, bro. What you want to say?
Nope, you on it. I'm just chilling. I'm listening.
Okay. So basically you that's pretty much it when it comes to the read, bro. What did you want to ask me? You're asking me something?
Any aspects on career?
Well, with your career, bro, everything is moving the way that it should. And I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of for everyone. When you're on your journey and you're doing what you need to do in your journey, you're going to be able to go in those places. And with everything that I'm reading and feeling with you, because you've been changing certain things with yourself, you've been changing your physical things to enhance. You've been enhancing your mental and your spiritual and your physical all together. So you're doing the perfect a thing to create that balance for yourself. So because you're doing that, you're going to be shifting to the places. You're going to know which way or which direction. You may even, need to follow even small details. Your spirit may tell you, hey, go over here. You might think, oh, why am I going to go over there? I don't need to go over there and do this or that, to a certain place or something, right? You don't know if you go to that place, you may run into somebody that be like, oh, hey, what's going on? You start talking, oh, my job hiring, da. These things happen a lot of times because the angel gonna come and put what you need because you have been focusing on what you need to do. You're doing the right things. You're leading a good life. You're being happy. You're trying to be healthy. You're trying to enhance your spirit. You're trying to do whatever you can to your community to advise and help others. You're trying to help your family, even though they fight against you in the battle that you're trying to do. As long as you're doing these things, you're gonna be put in the place. You ain't got to worry about nothing because it's gonna just fall into your hands, bro. That's
Well
facts.
said, Queen. Well said. Peace and blessings to the chat and the panel.
Yes, peace to you, bro. You already know. Have a good one today.
You too.
Samaj, welcome, dear. What's your birthday? I can't hear you, babe. I don't know if you're not muted. Check your mic real quick. Let me see. Sis says hers is 223. I'll give you a second, sweetheart. If it doesn't fix, just go out and pop right back in. It could be just the StreamYard. Sometimes it do that dumb nonsense. Okay, sis, let me get yours real quick while we're waiting on Samaj. Let's see, jump back up. You probably need to come up, sis, so I can let me see. I don't know if you can come up. If not, I'll do the best I can, babe. Okay, they back. Hold on. We'll get to it in a second, sis.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now, bro. Yep,
okay.
I hear you now.
Cool.
Perfect.
Awesome. My birthday it was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday.
Yep.
All these February babies. Okay, my baby birthday coming up, my oldest, on the 17th.
Awesome.
Yep. Aquarius in the time of Aquarius, huh?
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, let's get to it. The day of the cool quip. The quick-witted individual born on February the 14th are usually masters of the short, ironic, and sometimes devastating comment. They have what it takes to make people laugh, but also the capacity to make them think. Abbreviators, they take what others might need an hour to say. Let me say something about that. So, oh gosh, hold on a second, guys. I gotta grab my door. I'm sorry. Let me put something on for you real quick.
All right.
I'll let y'all listen to this for 1 second, babe. Go ahead.
No, to
1 second.
Okay, well, welcome back again. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was something on my end in regards to connection issues. So I'm so happy to have you here again. And if you could just introduce yourself to the people so they can kind of know a little bit more about you.
Okay. Yes, my name is Dr. Aris, and I was born in Panama. Spent quite a bit of time in the U.S. and I've been living around the world. I'm presently in the Cayman Islands.
All right, he's in the Cayman Islands. We're gonna get back to that. Survive your back.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just play that in between. Sis say, I'm shy. Okay, sis, don't worry about it, boo-boo. I got you. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. And keep this moving. All right, sis. All right, let's get to it, bro. All right, dang, I was feeling something I want to say. Let me read this real quick, babe. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so boom. when I read the abbreviators, right? It stood out to me that a lot of times, you be funny and stuff and this and that. And this, like, you get impatient sometimes maybe with people because it's like, oh, they taking too long to get this. Like, let me just hurry up and break this down and tell them boom, boom, boom. Sometimes they can't get it as quick as your mind is working. So you got to slow down with that, bro. You can't be like rushing people to think the way you're thinking because you're thinking fast about something. So where you think, oh, let me just tell them this real quick so they'll get it. No. They're not really getting it all the time. So sometimes you might have to slow it down, bro. Just kind of, it ain't like you got to break it down, talk slow to them, but, give a little more detail, give a little more insight into what you're saying so they can understand it better. You feel like they should get it, but a lot of times they don't. So now they're just still lost a little bit on some of the stuff that's, that's being said. That's what I kind of feel. I don't know if that is particularly the fullness of that, bro, but you'll know if that resonates with you or not.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Like, wow. That's it? Okay. I felt it, bro. Someone's like, stop, hold on, get on this behind about this. Okay. All right, let's get to it. It says, because I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, you a mess because and they be kind of laughing sometimes because they like, oh, you be getting on my nerves, but it be funny. So they can't get angry at you, man. Okay. Roll it into an attractive little bun. I don't know what this is saying. Hold on. A little bon mot. What? I don't know what a bon mot is, but it says roll it into a bon mot and simply come across with it for all to hear. Lovers of jokes and stories, tellers of something, tall tales, and not about practical joking. February the 14th, people bring their witty outlook to bear on every aspect of life around them. None of this is meant to suggest that the 14 people have something superficial about them. Humor eloquates the acerbic comments. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading these little ass words.
Pleasure and delight. It's commonplace here.
Oh, I think I pressed this. Oh, wow. It went to a whole YouTube. Something. I wasn't even looking at YouTube. I'm using the light for the phone. Lord. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I'm like, what was that noise? Look, I'm like, was you hold on now. Okay, so let's see. That expression. Okay. It is true that those born on this day do not specialize in taking themselves or life in general too seriously, but this is no way reflects on their work. It is more indicative of a philosophical outlook. I'm sorry, I got tongue twisted with that. I see that. I see and kind of feel that with you too, babe. Like, sometimes you may even be a little too jokey. So you really got to come with the joke too. Not only like making them understand you, but sometimes because you be joking when you're serious and you want to take the the intensity out of it, or you want to you don't want it to be so heavy. You want it to be a little lighter. You feel like, okay, let me just put this in there. But just lighten up on that a little bit too, because sometimes some people, when they hear that, they feel a little maybe belittled, or they may feel like, oh, he ain't taking it serious. And see, I'm feeling this way. And, and it's not that. You're just trying to make them get it or feel, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that about you, but you just got to, with certain people, let me say that I'm feeling that too. Certain people you get on good. I'm glad you came up, sis. Certain people you get on good with, right? And they love that. It helps them when you do that. But it's a few people that's around you, maybe even one or two people I'm feeling. It's very few. A lot of people are accepting of you being like that, and they love that about you. But it's a certain people that really is annoyed with that. They may not tell you that, but you may sense it when you tell them by their attitude. You may even see it in their face. Oh, they're getting a little annoyed, but you'll still do it. Just kind of chill out on them few little people, whoever it is.
No, that's real, because I tend to mix humor with reality. And some people tend to think that it's a little too dark, but I'm like, no, it's real.
Right.
But I see what you mean. I do need to chill back on that, though.
Yes. And not a lot, don't it ain't like, it's nothing. And just to clarify, I want to say it's not that it's anything bad. That's an awesome thing. That's an awesome quality that you have. But for some people, because they in those dark spaces, because they can't enjoy or live in that joy, baby. That's the problem. So just keep that in mind too. Because of your spirit and the way that you are, you like, you can't help it. You want to be happy. Shit, even with something bad going on with you, you ain't trying to dwell on that. You don't want to be bothered with that. You ain't finna let that bother you or bring you down. So you try to make other people, not be in that space, but they so used to it, bro. You cannot help them. They got to mentally be able to elevate themselves. You want to elevate them. You want to help them. So you feel like, well, when I do this, it's going to help them. It's going to help them. Yeah, do with the majority of them, like I said. So you'll know, the ones, but the ones that is for, those are the ones that you do it with, because these other ones, they can't appreciate it. They just in too bad a space, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just them. It's all them.
Salute, Sister Soul. You on your game, man. You on your game.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. It's you. It's your energy. I'm feeling it, and I'm definitely gonna share what I feel. People know I'm gonna say what's on my mind now. But whenever the spirit resonates with me, babe, seriously, I really, feel like it's important to share that with people. I do it a lot of times, but people take it for other things, and when you're open to it, you're gonna hear it, and your spirit's gonna resonate. So since we're open and we're flowing, we're on this frequency right now. You're gonna be able to open up your energies to me, and I can feel and see certain things, so that's what usually happens with me anyway. Everybody do different things. I know people read these cards and they do all this different candles, and I'll be like, Lord, that's some outside shit. I don't need nothing outside guiding or helping me, I tell you that much. But you don't either. So yeah, let's get to this part. Okay, I'm gonna skip down a little bit, babe, because we got some of the important stuff out, because I actually feel like those two things are important, other than something that you may want to ask me about. But I'm going to read about the speed of thought and mental concentration. These things are pronounced in, in your type of personality. So your ability to focus on tasks in the middle of an uproar is quite remarkable. You like I said, you bounce back. You don't got time for that. Yet those born on this day have a decidedly physical side as well. Is decidedly, yeah, that is decidedly. That didn't sound right for some reason. They enjoy it did, I swear it didn't. They enjoy all sorts of sensuous activities, which allow their brains a well-needed rest. So this is why you're able to be happy and stay in that space, because you allow yourself to relax your mind. You're not overworking your brain. You're not like stressing yourself out. People don't know. I keep telling you that weighs on you. All those things will put a weight and a heaviness on you. And it actually wears down on you physically as well. People don't even get it. And they'll let things just bother them. And, oh, this happened, shit. Okay, and it happened. So what? Keep it moving. All right. Basically what you're going to do. Okay. What? Not to have to talk can be a great luxury for those with verbally with people. Consequently, they may choose to spend their free time with those less intellectually orientated. Their friends are often earthly people who, through who, though intelligent, know how to relax and have fun. Those are people because y'all on the same tip. Come on, let's do this. Y'all spur in the moment, do things. Oh, let's go do this. Boom, y'all done had a great, perfect time. They ain't even had to plan nothing. People be planning stuff for months and they go somewhere. They be just as miserable. Man, they doing things for the wrong reasons a lot of times too. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh yeah.
February the 14th, people must control their tendency to keep others on the defensive. Moreover, if they can apply some of their talent for critical insight to themselves, they will benefit greatly. You know what that means. I feel some. I ain't gonna elaborate too much on it because it's not that big of a deal, but you know exactly what that means to you. It resonates to you. When I read it, you felt it, and you know what it's talking about. It's not nothing big, but you know how to handle it. Okay.
Yep.
Allowing themselves time alone, away from their busy involvement with their surroundings, is very key. All right, now we're going to read on your health real quick, hon.
Okay.
Although they often convey a loose, relaxed image in their professional lives, you are nonetheless vulnerable to stress for this reason. They have to lean. They have to learn to sit on the sidelines more and relax. You don't do that. You may have had a problem with that, like in your teens, not knowing how to deal with stress. But once you got over that, this is why you had a joyous attitude now, because you don't deal with that now. That's not a problem for you. It used to be a problem for you at one point in time, and it wasn't a long time. You know, we went through it for a while, a couple of years through a growth. And once you got to your certain mind, you know, you was like, oh, I ain't gonna let this stuff. You know, you may not have told yourself that, but that's what you started doing. Oh, they ain't gonna bother me. You kept doing your own thing. Do that resonate with you?
That resonates perfectly with me. Yeah, I did go through a period like that, and now I'm right at that space to where I've just overcome that hump. And like you said, I'm learning how to balance myself out to where those little tweaks exactly what I needed to hear. I just need to tone down on certain aspects and maybe amplify some others.
That's right. That's right, baby. You felt it. Yes. And that's another thing about you. You're very accepting to the things that you know. And long as you just go with those things, you're on the frequency. So you got the flow. You're good. You're good money. Let me see if I see anything else.
Thank you.
Keeping distance. It says keeping distance from disturbances and unneeded stimulation and learning to calm yourself internally are key to your health. So the things that you've been doing, more recently, as far as having that lightness about yourself, keep doing it because that's exactly what's going to keep you with your physical health, even staying on point, bro.
Definitely.
Anything you want to ask me particularly, or we good?
No,
Did you get what
you
you need?
ironed me out. You ironed me out well. Thank you so much, Sister Soul Salute. I appreciate you.
Oh, definitely, babe. I appreciate you too. Great energy. You have an awesome day, okay?
You do same time to you. Thank you.
All right. Sis, what's going on, babe?
Hello.
What's your birthday, darling?
It's February the 23rd.
Look at this. Another February. All these February.
Yeah, next week, Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy early one, darling. Happy
Thank you,
early
sweetheart.
born
Thank
day
you. I
to
appreciate that very much. I just want to also say how I appreciate every lesson, everything that I'm learning. I'm a grandmother. I just made a great grandmother this, couple of months ago. And I'm just trying to get it right for them, for my
That's
next
right.
generation.
That's right, sister. You gonna do it. We got this. As long as you head in the right direction and got the right mind state, everything gonna flow and it's gonna follow you, right? Because it has no choice but to, because you're gonna manifest what you need. And like you said, you are a wonderful, awesome grandmother. You are a beautiful grandmother, a great mom, and you're gonna be showing that to your daughter and helping her to enhance her motherhood. So just be proud in that, sis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to it. February the 23rd, people, you specialize in offering not only their ideas, but also themselves as viable alternatives to less than ideal circumstances. Let me read that again, sis. Specialize in offering not only ideas, but also yourself as viable alternatives to less than ideal circumstances. Okay, I do feel that. trying to help people in a way like, I kind of even feel like maybe with your daughter pregnancy, you was kind of telling her certain things or whatever to do while she was
Yeah,
pregnant.
that's me. I am the straight up nurturer of my family, period.
I know that's right, sis.
My mom, before she passed, which is 7 months ago, she told me, and all of my siblings always tell me how I remind them of our grandmother, who was an excellent, beautiful woman, had a beautiful soul, and showed us family nothing but love and how to love no matter what, and always made it important that family was always first, no matter what.
That's right, sis. And that's something that's really important to you, right?
Yeah.
You take pride in that, like
Oh
you just
yes,
said. I'm the
listen,
nurturer. Hold on
listen,
now, that's my
girl,
position. Nobody else that act like they the one that's doing it.
girl.
Hold on now, y'all know I hold the family down. What y'all thought?
What? Please, they know. They know. Like I told you, I just had my second great grand being born, and I said, "Oh, the ancestors told you where to come, right? You know where to come."
I feel it, sis. I'm telling you, it's strong too. I swear, I'm like almost there. Like I'm almost in your spirit. But like something that happened, you like, hold on now.
What?
Girl, y'all better don't play with me. Y'all already know what it is. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. I'm that quiet one. I sit back and I observe things, but then when I talk, I speak, you listen. But anyhow, I'm jumping the gun. Go ahead.
That's right, sis. I know that's right. Demand that respect. Demanded. I can take this later. Demanded. I know that's right, sis. Okay, February 23rd people are realists, of course. Very down-to-earth individuals, adapt at sizing up a situation and placing their finger on precisely what can be improved. Unfortunately, the 23 realism may, in fact, be pessimism. I don't feel that with you. There may be some people, like I said, a lot of times with these books, everything doesn't resonate, but it could be. So does that, are you sometimes pessimistic, sis?
Oh, yes, I can say
Okay.
so. Yes.
Okay, I didn't feel it. Okay. And particularly in later life, those born on this day must beware. Hold on a second, sis, I got to change this light. Must beware of becoming hypercritical, even bitter. There is an undeniable dark side on February 23rd, people. A necessity of a careful balance of your energies to avoid depression. There must be particularly be aware of falling into self-destructive patterns. Now, I see some of those things kind of happened in the past, but they were not necessarily very negative. Certain situations you went through in your past, they actually helped you or to enhance you in other areas because you took those as lessons. Not that they were good things that happened, but those things you were able to take those. You were very good with discerning. Okay, I went through this. Now because of that, now let me see. Okay, I can't do that.
That's me.
Okay,
because
I feel that.
I just because I've been through in the past 3 years. I have been through a lot. My son was in a horrific accident, which almost took his life, and now he suffers with TBI. But thanks to the Most High, that he's much better now. I mean, I lost my mom 7 months ago. We had a new birth in my family. So yeah, I've been I've been through the mill the past couple of years. And the only thing that I'm not going to say think, I know that got me through it was our ancestors in the Most High. And I always speak to the universe every day and allow myself that, to just grace myself and to grace my family. So I know that's why I pulled through, because it was really rough. They told me my son only had 72 hours to live, dear. He was on the operating table by himself for 12 hours in Gainesville, Florida. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Could you imagine that feeling that I had, knowing that I couldn't be there for my son, and they telling me to prepare myself because he wasn't going to make it? But me and my sister and my daughter, we got on that plane and we stood by his bedside, and I willed my baby back. And I asked the ancestors to just do this for me, to bring him back to me. and all. And they did. And the Most High is blessing us every single day. Because although my son still suffers with TBI, but he know who he is. He know who his children are. He know who his family is. And I'm just so blessed over that alone.
Yes, sis, yes. Your energy and your nurturing of your family is a very good stronghold. So, you know, as long as you stay doing the things you do, stay on top of them, even though they be like, oh, you always on us, this, and that. Stay on their behind, sis. As long as you do that, it's going to help a lot of things to stay in order and try to keep a lot of balance in what's going on. You know, getting a lot of spiritual enlightenment in the house will help, because with that joy and that energy and the love that y'all have, it's going to help to like lighten up some of that spirit and energy in the house. So I feel like there's somebody going through like some type of depression or some sadness, and with them going through the sadness or depression, you're not depressed, but you see it and you don't know how to bring them out of it. You try to enhance them or tell them something, but they're not really feeling it, you know, and they're kind of staying there. I don't know who this person might be. Could be a friend, could be a family member, sis, but I don't know.
Yeah, I relate.
Okay, babe.
I relate.
I just want to look. I keep feeling. I'm like, oh, am I wrong? I hate when I feel like that, but I know.
No.
Okay,
You're not
babe.
wrong, sis. You like the young man said. You're hitting it. You just laying it out and eyeing us out with the creases and all, huh?
Yes, and so great, babe. So yeah, I just want to make sure you know the little key points. Anything stick out to me, I'm gonna read it real quick. I usually do these. I'm trying to be brief, you know, because we on here obviously, and I don't want to be real long with everybody, just in case anybody else do jump up.
Right.
But, yeah, I do private reads. I'm just putting that out there for anybody else. Y'all hit my email. I do private reads. I haven't done them in a while. This is like my second time doing it more recently. I've been so focused on all this history, exposing these nuts that's just
girl, please.
Girl. But I said, let me get off. Look, since I said, let me get off this a little bit. Let me get off of the
yeah, because sometimes we do have to like get that break, you know, to kind of like you said, balance things out, you know.
That's
with all
right,
that,
man.
with all the reality that we're dealing with on a daily basis, it is good to like kind of take yourself away from it, because once you up, at least for me, myself, you know.
That's right.
I mean, once you up, and you know, I truly believe this too, sis, that we are chosen for this. The ancestors did this for us, just the way the ancestors did for the Christians to say, okay, this is your part, this is what you got to do. But I feel that we all should come together underneath one umbrella and one accord. But that's another day and another conversation. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay, because we can go on and on and on that area.
Go, girl, so you can get to your next person.
Okay,
I appreciate it so much. I truly do. So I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna leave.
All right, babe. Appreciate you as well. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you so much.
I want to come up, sis, but thanks for coming up, baby.
Wait, this is my first time, so this is something that I'm doing out of my comfort zone. I normally don't do that. I just don't like the way I sound myself. That's just
why? What's wrong?
I don't know. I always. Girl, please, for the longest, I hear my recordings and carrying on. I'd be like, oh God, turn that off. That's not.
Girl, that's that deep Brooklyn. You can't help that. What? Look, I know I'm from New York too, sis. I know. Girl, please. Ain't nothing wrong with your voice. Don't you be feeling like that. Next time we have our women's panel, jump up here. Don't stay in the chat. Jump up here with us when we have our women's panel.
I certainly will. I certainly will, Sister Soul. I truly appreciate that. And you know, you have a great day.
You too, babe.
Okay, stay blessed.
Yes. What's up, sis? You want to do your birthday, boo?
Yes. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome, honey. Now, what is your birthday, sis?
10/6/71.
Okay. I am doing good. Look, we done got out of February. Girl, all them Februarys. I'm like, what? That energy. I guess because it's my baby birthday.
I know,
my
right?
baby birthday coming up.
Aquarius season.
Okay. The time and the age, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right, almost there. All right, 10/6. All right. Get my light here. The day of the good life. Check that out. Those born on October 6th generally have a desire to improve the lives of those around them, either through their precepts or their deeds. Definitely you. Always trying to help, even though they always son, you always saying this, you talking about that. Nah. Yeah, you still gonna help them. Listen your ass up. You on
Okay.
Okay. Okay. However, it is usually not on a daily work level that those born on this day contribute. They are not as they see it, public servants. It is more their enjoyment of what they do, their love of fun, and their desire that the quality of life and its standards should be improved. That is the motivation for their contribution. Exactly. Wow. That whole little paragraph was you. Facts. Nothing else to say. Just said it. October the 6th, people like to live in the fullest. For them, life is an adventure, and mundane dullness their enemy. Thus, they try to simplify those daily tasks, which to them may be a tiresome.
I think I lost you.
Uh-oh.
I got
You hear me?
I hear now.
Okay.
I had walked out the door.
Here they go. Wait, hold on 1 second, sis. 1 second. Let me just grab this and talk. All right, sis. I'm back. Okay, so let's see. Where was I? Simply that today. Okay, I'm gonna start right here because I remember. October 6th, people like to live to the fullest. Okay, thus they try to simplify those daily tasks, which to them may be a tiresome, albeit necessity, use of energy. That doesn't sound right.
I know, yeah.
Albeit necessity.
Me a little bit.
Necessary. Hold on, girl. Go back and read that again. Okay. Thus, they try to simplify those daily tasks, which to them may be a tiresome, albeit necessary, use of energy. So it's saying it's a necessary use, even though whatever you be doing is definitely a use of good energy. Even though you be tired, frustrated, this, and that, it's good energy. It helps you. It actually keeps you motivated. That's what I'm thinking. It feels like it helps you with staying youthful. Being the person that you are. All those things. It might be a little tiresome, but you benefiting from it.
Amen. Yep.
This way, more time can be spent on recreation and engaging in exciting endeavors. Sometimes you run the risk of becoming a sensationalist and of demanding more and more thrills from experience. The more you do something like, "Ooh, I want to do that again." "Ooh, I like that. Let me try it again." "Ooh, dang, it closed. Shoot, I was gonna go one more time." But yeah, that type of thing. Women, that's you. Women born on October 6th will give all their love. Oh, that's you, sis. Yes, they will not let marriage or any other social institution stand between them and their romantic ideals. In this respect, they are amoral and can flaunt their feelings in quite a shamelessly uninhibited fashion. Men born on this day are less romantic in love matters and more attracted to the romantic, blah, 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 blah. We can skip that. Yeah. October 6th people are more often highly prized as friends. More, not because of their supportive qualities or their loyalty, but simply because they are fun to be around. That's true. That's you.
Yes.
That's you. A joy to be around. Very highly prized as a friend, a very valuable friend. I know that myself.
Yes.
They are able to impart a lighthearted spirit to any social gathering and prefer to be right at the center of attention themselves. You can't help it. When you walk in the room, it just happens. Shit. You can't help that one now. That's just
like attention like that.
Right. It's just organic for you, though.
Yes.
They are delighted by adoration and feed off of the energy of an audience. You like it, it's not a big deal. You be like, "Oh my gosh," you be bashful, but you be like, "You know what? They killing me."
No, leave me alone.
Yes, but it help you, sis. It help you with your youthfulness. It help you with that same energy that you have. It helps you with that. Yep. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Oh, shoot. They thought I was 30. No. I had to tell him, honey, that was some years back. Yeah, that thing. That pride in that. All that work you be putting in and helping to keep you that way. Yeah. Though, although October the 6th people have an undeniable talent for entertaining their friends, family, and their colleagues, and their bright, positive orientation, definitely very positive, always positive. Always positive, sis. I can see you as a young person, like being like that with everybody, always trying to uplift. Like, girl, go this, that. You don't even know what's going on. You just
Okay.
you trying to help them and uplift them and tell them, but they just ain't want to hear it.
Yeah. They don't appreciate it.
Don't appreciate it. It generally acts as a tonic on others, definitely. Even on me, times out, you already know. Times I've been annoyed, like I'm about to curse the. Let me not talk about it. She's like, sis, come on now. Definitely a positive influence on a friend. Very loving, caring, considerate. Definitely. The ones that don't tell you enough, sis, you already know. I'm telling you right now. Shit, you is.
Yeah.
Okay. After some time, this effect can get stale or even depressing. It sometimes seems as if these born on this day are acting out of some compulsion to negate the seriousness and the deeper meaning of life. You feel like it's gonna, you just got to keep doing you and being you, and this and that. People be taking advantage of it. They don't want to appreciate it. You get so, you get tired of that, but it's just natural. Go ahead. What you saying about it?
I ain't helping nobody else.
Yep, and still do it. Yes, it be overwhelming. It make you tired because it's like you study pouring into them. I see that you just keep pouring. You keep pouring. It's like, well, dang, I'm keep pouring into you, sweetheart, but I got to get a fill up sometime. So you ain't even got to fill me up. But you can quench it a little bit. Like, come on now.
Do something. I was in a marriage like that, so it's draining.
Yeah. It's draining. Yeah. So draining on the spirit and your emotions. And then when you do that, it take away from all that natural, normal energy that you like to have for other people, and other people will take away from it. It's like, dang, you unbalancing me now because I need a little bit more over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they got to be more considerate to that. Yeah. Stop draining you all the time. Stop draining my damn sis, y'all. Less highly evolved October the 6th people can get so carried away with an enjoyment and a kind of Pollyanna attitude that they risk losing what they have in this world. You know how you be like, okay, I'm tired. I ain't gonna worry about what you thinking or feeling. I'm just gonna do me this and that. And sometimes, that could be a disadvantage with other people, but it's not your fault because you just be overwhelmed and tired of shit. They got to get together.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's right.
Yeah, they got to get their mind right. They got to do the right thing, be better people, so they can evolve around in your world. Because you got to be a part of each other's world. We got to evolve together, so it's moving at a perfect flow. Come on now.
Yeah.
There's always some give. There's give and take.
Right. Yeah.
Most October the 6th people, however, are reasonably optimistic. You're very optimistic. Though they have a cheerful outlook, there is an underlying hard side to their character that allows them to weigh the consequences of what they do and the prospects of their success, which you do. Very reasonable in your mind. Indeed, some born on this day have what amounts to a ruthless streak when it comes to getting their own way. You want your own way because most of the time your way is right. But you ain't got to tell them all.
That's right.
You ain't got to sit. You ain't always got to go with your right way. You let them do it their effed up way just to keep the peace sometimes. I know how you feel, but sometimes just let it go. Sis, just be like, you know what?
I know. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna get on you. I ain't gonna get on you, sis.
That's on them. That's on them. That ain't on me. That's on them.
Sis said, I ain't trying to hear that. October the 6th people like the efficiency of modern conveniences, but at the same time, our meditation. Hold on, what is that? No. At the same time, are traditionalists in their interest and their taste. That's true. Indeed, you like your little special stuff. You like it a certain way. It's got to be like this, like that. Hold on now. That ain't right. I told you I wanted this just like this. Come on now. It ain't right. I got to have it over. I can't just accept this. I'm sorry. I just go along with a lot of things, but I really got to have this like this, honey. Like, for real. Indeed, they know how to put together an elegant and enjoyable lifestyle. They must, however, beware of growing too attached to comfort or luxury. I don't see you doing that though, since you're very practical, so that doesn't apply to you, right? Oh, dang, she fell off, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Been an hour and 15 minutes, guys. We're gonna do one more read. Anybody want to jump up for a read? You have the option to do so. I'm gonna give Sis a chance to come back up because I didn't do her health. I could do it later. But if she jumps back up, we'll do that. She may be in a bad area. All right, guys. If not, we're gonna listen to the rest of this video till somebody comes up. Okay, here go Goddess. Got Goddess real quick. How you doing, darling? Unmute, sis. Goddess, I know.
Power on.
You got to unmute, sis. I can't hear you.
I'm here. I had to cut off my YouTube real quick.
Oh, okay. You good, babe. I just wanted to make sure, sometimes people don't know they muted and girl.
It just took me a second because I was like, I know it. I was like, I'm here.
So they say, hold on down.
I was like, I just don't want that echo on there. But
all right.
Much moon love to you, Sister Soul. I'm like, this is my first time coming up on your your live. Yes. I've been watching you for a minute, and I just figured I'd come up here and listen to see what you have to say about my little day.
All right, darling. Definitely. So what is your born day?
Do you need the full year as well?
Nope, babe, just give me the date, the month and day.
It's going to be June 13th.
Okay. June 13th.
I am like smack dab in the middle of the month.
Okay. All right, we about there. Let's see. Here we go.
And salute to the chat as well.
Yeah, salute to the chat. Sis, yeah, you got in a bad space, huh? Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, let me bookmark your spot right here, sis, so we can get right back to it.
Because I kind of overheard her kind of cutting out, and she was like, hello, like she knew she was losing signal.
Okay. I couldn't even hear it. All I know is I was saying something. I said, sis, something. And then it was like, I'm like, oh, shoot, she gone. She done dropped off. I thought she got in a bad spot. Okay, so we're going to reach your health, sis. You heard the rest of it, right?
Yeah, I was
Let me read the last part, just in case, babe. It says, you like the efficiency and the modern conveniences, but at the same time, you did hear that? Oh, she on a little delay. Okay, hold on, sis.
Hear you.
Okay. You like the efficiency of modern conveniences, but at the same time are a traditionalist, which you are. You practical, like we were just talking about. You don't like wasting your money, even though you like luxury. You like what you like. You'll spend here and there, splurge here and there, but you don't believe in wasting all that dang money. Mm-hmm. In their interest and their taste. But you will overindulge in certain things you like, whatever it is you like. I don't know if it's shoes, boots, coats, whatever shit. You buy 20 of them if you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
It says that. Okay, I can see that. Oh, I don't care. Yep, it costs $1,000. I'm still buying it.
Go in the store for one thing. Hey, go in the store for one thing, come out with 20.
Okay.
So,
that's it. You can't help it. You can't help it, boo. I know. But you're practical. What's good about that, though, with you can splurge on those things because you're practical in so many other areas. You're pretty practical with other things. So where you splurge at, you can kind of make up for it. Sometimes it mess you up. You might get caught up in something like, dang it, I should have did that. But you kind of make up for it and you learn from that and you kind of move on. So it don't bother you too much. Indeed, they know how to put together an elegant and an enjoyable lifestyle. See, even off of your whatever you do, you're going to do it good between both, either up, down, whatever. They must, however, be aware of growing too attached to comfort or luxury. We just said that, you can overdose sometimes. So you're gonna learn, dang it, I ain't gonna keep doing that because then next month I gotta suffer because I'm gonna spend all this on this and I could use half of that over here. And yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going with what you wanted. Like, shoot, I want this to get that shit.
That retail therapy.
That Rita girl, talk about it. I used to tell my friend that she was bad at doing that. I'm gonna tell this for anybody else that does that. You know what you do? You keep your receipts, you leave a tag on, you take it home, act like you enjoyed it, and take it back. You don't have to keep everything that you buy when you go shopping, and you know what I'm saying? If you're not about to put it on that same day, don't take the tags and stuff out. Don't throw the box and stuff away. Keep it right there. You enjoyed the splurging of getting what you like. You enjoyed looking at it. Now take it back. Keep one or two of the things, take the rest back. Just be judgmental with it.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to the health, those born on October 6th must behave on all forms of excess. Although having fun can have a positive effect on their physique, they tend to go overboard by bringing. I can see you. You said, I'm going to eat these cookies. I'll be at the gym in the morning. Just one more. Okay, I'll stay on that treadmill about 30 more minutes. Shit. I'm doing this. I swear I seen that shit when I started reading it. I could just see it like, you know what, you gonna get it, sis.
That was like a lot of water. This never work out.
Yes. I know it. See, you gonna get it,
that
sis.
is so true.
Yes, sis.
That's true. Girl, I'm gonna eat this. Girl,
I ain't worried about this. I'll worry about that later.
What? I am a true foodie. Look, I know.
Girl, that's too funny.
Yeah, girl, I'm laughing. I got tears laughing. Oh, that is so true.
It says
so they have to put me out like that. They have to put me out like that.
It's not like that. Look, that was me, sis. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me shut up. But I'll say the rest of later.
Okay.
That's so funny. It says also, because of their carefree attitude, they can lack the inner reserves to meet tragedy when it arises in their lives, or to give their needed compassion and sympathy to others at a deep level. Know what that about? We ain't gonna even talk about it right now, but yeah. So yeah, just kind of, that was kind of some of the other stuff early we were saying. So yeah, just be a little careful of that, sis. Just a little bit like you right. You not that you be wrong, sis, but just let them have it sometimes. Sis. Just to create the need. Look, if you can bear it, darling, just just be like, know what? Bite your tongue, sis. Grit them teeth, sis. If it's a bearable thing, and just let it go. Okay. Just try, bro.
I'll try next time.
It said for meditation, sis, it says in order to taste fully the joys of life, you must have suffered as well. And you did. You've been through things, and those things allow you to enjoy life even now. Still to this day, those things don't hold you down or none of that.
Yeah. True.
All right, sis. So we are all done. With
all
that,
right.
I appreciate you jumping up. Did you enjoy your read, sweetie? How did it resonate?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed everything. Is at 100% true. I enjoyed it.
All right, darling. Great.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are welcome, sweetie. Enjoy your day.
Okay, you too. I'll be in the chat.
All right, sweetie. We about to get to you now, Miss June 13th.
All right. I had to mute myself. I was over here cracking up.
It was cracking me. Try again, Pony. I don't know what's going on. It messed with you last time you got up, sis. I remember it kept kicking you out. Sis said that was too funny. Okay, sis. Okay. It says this is the day of the far off adventurer. June the 13th people are seekers, absorbed in dreams of far off places and adventures, usually beginning in their youth. Their readings and or fantasies fuel a passion for exploration of foreign worlds that stays with them for a lifetime. And something I'm gonna say on that, I feel like you did a lot of what can I say? Reading stories, or even maybe you might not even read them. You might have imagined stuff because of your wanting to explore or be, go into other places. Like you used to think about going to places like you was maybe there, or you would think about, I'm going to be in this place. Maybe you thought a lot about, oh, when I'm grown and, and I'm married, I'm going to move and go to this land or somewhere different. I don't know. I keep feeling like you didn't want to be like constricted or confined to where you grew up at, or, like, oh, this is all I know. I want to explore the world. I can't just be stuck here. I need to see or feel more. Do that resonate with you, sis? I don't know why I feel
you there. It was kind of both like I mean, I still do it even to this day, because I've even spoke about it on like some of my channels as well. Like I have like random dreams about different things, even when I was young. Even when I read, like I've read a lot of stories as well, on top of having my own imagination, on top of reading the story as well. So I could read a story about Red Riding Hood all day, for example, and in my head, it's a whole complete different story.
Mm-hmm. You're very good with that. That help you with a lot of things, just spiritually, just to enlighten yourself, or your imagination help you keep like good energy within yourself. Even when things that bothered you, you can still imagine something better out of that situation, to take you away, even if it was just acting or exploring, being in a different place in your mind or something.
Mm.
These adventures may involve actual travel to distant lands or be an investigation of mythological dealings with the metaphysical worlds. That's what I was feeling. With the past or with the future. Okay. More highly developed June 13 people often realize that their fantasies, whether in business, scientific research, or art, the less ambitious born on this day, nurse Walter Mitty like secret desires. Wait a minute. Did I skip something? That didn't sound right. Hold on.
I was like, wait, that sounds like a whole person.
Okay. It might be referring to somebody. Maybe it was the way I read it. So it's important to read. That's why we have these comments and stuff. Sometimes I'll be going too fast. More highly developed June 13 people often realize their fantasies, whether in business, scientific research, or art, and less ambitious born on this day, nurse Walter Mitty. So they are talking about somebody. They were just using her as a reference, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with her, but she must have been some famous nurse. Like secret desires. And though they don't usually pursue them, I don't see that with you. I see your secret desires when when you really want something, says you go after it. I see the opposite of that. I see like you do. Okay. All right. So that part doesn't resonate with you.
I'm very straightforward.
Yeah. That part we could have just skipped over, but yeah, that's what they thought. But I say no, and you say no. Okay. It says they must be aware, however, that acute frustration may build up due to the disparity between what they want to be and what they are. I see a little frustration. I don't see acute frustration. I see you might get a little frustrated, like, dang, I want this like this, but I'm gonna work on get it like. I see you being more so, I'm just gonna see what I can do to get it like that. I'm not gonna, worry about, oh, this didn't work or blah, 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 this and that. You kind of go with, whatever you feel is going to work, and you're gonna use your positive affirmation to make sure that it works the next time.
Exactly.
Okay. For those born on June the 13th, nothing is impossible, but be a credo. They use their mind power to triumph over real obstacles, and are most fulfilled when doing so. Again, let me see. Again, the danger for some born on this day is that such triumphs only take place in the mind and are in fact a self-deluded and unreal state, if not jarred out of this condition. However, by being confronted with the truth, these dreamers can go along quite happily for yours. Now, I feel some of that resonates with you, but not totally that way. More so, you do triumph over those things, and you don't let it be a fantasy all the time. Even though you can fantasize, and you can use that sometimes to take you out of certain places in your mind, but I also see that you don't just leave it as a fantasy. If it's something that you want, you're resilient in making that fantasy come into a reality. It's not just going to remain a fantasy. This is something I want to do. You're like, okay, I'm going to make this happen. There's no plan with this. No, you don't just leave it to ponder. So that's maybe some other people, but that doesn't pertain to you.
And it may be a process, but I mean, at the end of the day, because I've seen that, because it's weird how you've mentioned that, because I've tended to have people tell me my ideas kind of scatter. So when they scatter, it's just like they're great ideas, but it's like for me, it's like, okay, I already know what it is, but I'm gonna come back to it. Like I need to make sure that it's planned out accordingly.
That's right. That's right. You don't leave things like like, oh, it's just a fantasy. That's that. No, that's not you. I definitely didn't feel that. Okay. Those born on this day admire persons with the courage to attempt impossible feats, heroes past and present. Such hero worship often fixates on one figure. Unfortunately, when this person happens to be the father or either male or female, June the 13th people, this godlike idol of their own making can come crashing down when he descends to less than godlike behavior. Now, you may have experienced something before with somebody. It's saying father or something. May not have been a father, could have been maybe a stepfather, uncle, just someone close. Could have even been a male teacher you were close to, and let me see. I don't think you looked at them like that. You admired them. Of course, you had, a good deal of respect, I would say, for them, what have you. But you didn't have so much admiration or respect in them that you looked at them like a godlike figure. So if they made a mistake or they messed up or something, you didn't think like, oh my gosh, you never been put in that position. Just like, oh, they messed up, and you was kind of done for that. I don't know if that was a situation that happened or, sound familiar, but that's just something I felt with that when I read that. It says, being the idolized father, or for that matter, the mate. Oh, okay, so it could have been a boyfriend, it says, or a husband, a relationship you were in, this type of situation too, or a certain friend, it says, or lover of this particular person. Although initiating is initially flattering, you are ultimately too heavy for anyone to handle. Those born on this day must be aware of their tendency to idealize and control it for the sake of everyone concerned. So what do you feel about that, sis? I feel like something hit you, a truth, something that you was like, oh man, that was a confirmation for me. What did you feel with that?
That's on a personal level. We might have to do
don't say it. Don't say it. As long as you
one on that one.
Okay. I just I knew it was something. Perfect. Oh, we're gonna leave it at that. Move on. So, too often, June the 13th people overlook the simple task of life and the daily maintenance that requires their attention. Perhaps because they are so often with their heads in the clouds, literally or figuratively. And with that, what they saying, I feel that, but it's not in a negative. It sounds negative here, but I feel that it's not so much of a negative thing. What it is like sometimes you may be like, I'll throw something on today. I'm not worried about looking the way I look. I don't care if I'm looking cute. My hair ain't got to be done. I ain't finna, make sure I got earrings on and eyeliner. You're not trying to presume or make up yourself for the day. You don't feel the need sometimes. It's like, it is what it is. So that's that I feel with you with that. It may be negative in some other people. Anybody else that may be listening for this day, you may dwell too much into not caring for yourself physically. So that's something you need to take care or pay attention to. But with you, sis, I feel like that's more what it is. It's not so much of a carelessness of it. It's just like you don't care that much.
No, I'm not a glamorous person, and anybody can tell you I'm the most simplest person. Like when it comes to how everybody's like into name brand every damn thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I don't care. It's a shirt. It's jeans, like whatever.
Exactly. Yes. Let's see, where was I at? Okay. It says too often, June the 13th, people overlook the simple task of life and the daily maintenance. Okay, I was somewhere around here. Okay. They love travel, climbing, walking, running, the outdoors, being in contact with nature, being in contact with earth. You like to be, feeling the sun on your face, the wind blowing on you, that type of thing. It says all forms of movement and long to overcome limitations of matter, space, and time. For this reason, when tied down to the repetitive work of a factory, office, or home, they may beat the sad demeanor of a captive. So you don't like being tied. You like to be a free spirit. You like to do, like you said, what you want to even. Yes. Period.
Yes.
It is what it is. Come on, don't tell me, don't instruct me, don't tell me how to sit, what to wear, how to do. No.
I can't stand it. Oh, I can't stand it. Everybody goes by rules and law. It's just like, for me, I'm just like, why?
Right, exactly. I'm the ruler by my own ruling and standings. When y'all gonna get that? Okay. Back y'all ass up. Okay.
Yes.
I know. I feel you, boo. It says, it comes as no surprise that June the 13th people are attracted to danger and risk taking. Not necessarily. You ain't worried about, oh, I'm scared, I'm afraid of things. You're going to do what you want to do. When they say danger and risk taking, they don't mean it's dangerous. They don't mean you're taking a risk. You're just doing what you feel you want to do.
Yes. I mean, a little bit, because I know there's some little truth, but it's leaning more towards a little away from it, because it has a little small smidge of the truth on that.
Right. You do, sir. When I say that, you'll do things like, I'm not gonna say you'll go bungee jumping, but you're risque. You'll try certain things that other people might be like, oh, I want to do that. You'll try it. You don't feel scared to do things like that.
And I've always told myself, if I'm strapped into it, hey, I'm already there. You can't even unhook me at that point.
Yes. You would be good with I don't know if you do this, but you would like the water. Like, you know how they do like the jet skiing and stuff. I could see you doing that. Like, you know, that being that free, because you like that freedom in that air. You'd be like surrounded with the water and the air and the wind just blowing on you. That's something that you would really enjoy. I don't know if you ever done it before, but it might be something you might want to try, sis.
Nah, I ain't never been on no boats or nothing, but when I visited the beaches, like, I've been in the water, you know, at the beaches and enjoyed it. But I ain't never been on no, you know, actual boats. Like, I probably been like canoeing or something, but like not no jet skis or nothing. I thought about it though.
See, you thought about it. It's because, you know, it's something your spirit wants to do that. If you ever get a chance, you don't know when you might get a chance to do that. Sis, sometimes we're thinking, oh, I'll never get a chance to do that. Oh, I don't be in the places where they're doing that. You never know, sis. So, you know, that might actually happen for you, because I just, for some reason, we were talking, I just seen that, like, and you just smiling and enjoying it. It was like the best thing ever to you. So if you get a chance, you know, try and do it, sis. You got up here, sis. I see you. They let you in. Okay. All right, babe. So we're going to get to your health, sis, and we'll be done from there. It says, from the foregoing character description, one might guess correctly that the June 13th people are prone to accidents. Are you prone to accidents, sis? Because I don't feel anything with that.
I mean, I've been in a lot of accidents, but not like enough to be like, oh, dang, you got a whole record.
Okay. Accident could be anything though, sis. Like even when you do cooking, you cut your hand a lot, you burn it.
That's an accurate thing, because if I take it outside of context, then
Okay. Because when you said that, I'm thinking like, oh no, she don't do that, but she sure will burn herself, cut her dang self, nick herself, fall and up the damn stairs, stuff like that. Yeah, I can. I literally seen you fall up the stairs, but that's a whole nother story.
We're gonna have to do a personal bill. We just gonna have to do one, because this is just, oh my goodness, this is comedy. I'm loving this.
Yes, sis, yes. It says most are aware of this fact and thus take necessary precautions. Yeah, you know your butt will cut yourself. You be like, dang, you be trying, you still be gonna nick yourself. Lord have mercy. It may be more difficult, however, for them to protect themselves effectively in the psychological sphere, where they are prey to intense fantasies. In extreme cases, those born on this day can become psychologically unbalanced and results of living in a dream. So maybe when you be doing your stuff, sis, because you're so careless or carefree with stuff, you know, you just like moving fluently because you used to, boom, I got this. You do stuff so fast, you rush it, this, and that. That caused a lot of your mishaps, is what I kind of feel, sis. Kind of slow down a little bit, sis. Just because you got it, don't just act like you can move with your eyes closed and shit around the kitchen, because you can't. You can't do it, boo-boo. It says, regardless of the degree of need, many June the 13th people are ideal candidates for psychological counseling. I don't necessarily see that. You know, you talking, venting, you're good with talking to certain people you're close to. They help you with that, so you don't really need that. Some people may need that, so, you know, not to say for anybody else, but for sis, it's more so she had the people around her that keeps her balanced there. They should avoid at all costs acting out on their children or their parents or the psychological stability of the family unit. And yours is backwards. Like I said, I feel like certain people in your family keep you balanced. It's the opposite. They don't throw you off. They keep you, you know, they allow you to be able to voice it where you can talk it out and think in your head, and boom, now you got where you need to go. And that's kind of what I feel with that. Sis, how you felt about your reading, babe?
That was good. That was good. Like I said, we gonna have to do a personal one because that's good.
All right. Oh yeah, let me drop my link in the chat, guys. So if you guys do want to reach out to me about a personal read, I do read. It's based, you know, off of let me see. Okay. I used to do them based off my consult fees on my page, but since I haven't done them in a while, I decided that I'll do it based off of donations. So you guys can definitely reach out to me for one if you want to. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta grab this. I'll be right back, Tony. Like, come on, sis. All right. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate you holding on. So yeah, sis. So yeah, guys, it's been a great build, sis. I hope you got some good stuff, boo. And we're all set, sweetie. Unless you had a question, I definitely want to hear any comments you had, babe.
As far as like comments, like I mean, I just want to say, you know, kudos to you for, you know, doing this, because I mean, you are, you know, really, really on point with this. Me being somebody that's, you know, tapped into, you know, moon energy and, you know, different, you know, spiritualities and stuff like that, you know, I kind of can resonate with what you were, you know, discussing. And, you know, the, you know, other people that you were talking with as well, you know, the communication and stuff, like you do an awesome job with the way that you speak with people and stuff. You're very confident in your words, let me say that, and I appreciate that. But yes, I'm a keep on the lookout for more of your channels and stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna email you because we gonna have to get on a personal level.
Definitely. All right, sis. Definitely, I would look forward to talking with you then, babe.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Definitely, sis. Come back and make sure you jump up when we have a woman's bill, babe. Don't forget.
Oh, I will. Thank you for having me again.
That's definitely. Hold on 1 second, Pony Likes. 1 second.
Okay. Babe. All right.
Sis, say hurry the hell up or they knock me out of here. Okay. Yeah. What's up,
no. I'm a summer baby, sis. I'm July 3rd.
Oh, okay. Oh, right there in the middle of it. Yes. Mama was glad to get you out. Oh, yes, right for the summer.
Sure was. She said it was hot that day, boy. Her sister put her hair up in a ponytail. She said she was miserable as far as, you know, the temperature, you know.
Yeah, especially, you know, when you be pregnant, it'd be so, oh, you just feel miserable. Anyway, you're stuffed, you're overstuffed like a stuffed turkey.
Right.
Brewing inside and cooking inside you that you just already hot. And then the heat, ooh, that's the worst time. Especially when you're big and ready, okay? Okay.
Right.
Like, come on, get on out there, boo-boo. Yours says that you are the day of the commemorator. Goodness, I couldn't get it out. The day of the commemorator. It says that. July 3rd. I'm not really sure. You want me to look that word up real quick, sis? Because I'm actually not really sure what that word means.
Commemorate. I don't know if it's
a comment. I know commem is like the sin, maybe something, or
or remembering, reminding, you know, when you commemorate a day. I think that's what it means, like looking back on, or reflecting on the history, or
Okay, that makes sense, sis.
I believe it's that. I'm not, you know, well, I think it's that.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, sis. I think certain people, a couple of other people have been blocked in the chat, which is so crazy, guys. Like, I'll see if I don't highlight you in the chat. You guys know I always read the chat, but it's not because I'm not highlighting you or recognize you. It's just that some people are hidden. I saw somebody speaking to Tanya earlier. Tanya Lloyd. Peace says, if you're in here for some reason you are blocked in here, I don't know what and for what reason, how, when, or where. But some reason you are blocked, sis, because I do not even see you in here. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to check this thing, and I'm gonna have to start checking it every day or something. People just come up blocked. That's so weird. Okay, sis, let's get to this. Let me get my energy back right on this. Okay, get on, sis. Get on, sis. Okay. July 3rd, people are born chronicles. Born chronicle. A born chronicle. Diarist. You like writing, sis?
Yes, I got a whole notebook full of poems, songs are written, and you know, my sister said I need to do something with them.
Oh, Anu said it's to recall, sis. She said, yep, that's like my baby man. She got books from when she was 9. Recall and show respect. That is what to commemorate is. So you are a person that recalls and shows respect, which you definitely do, sis. Wow. Okay. It says, many born on this day think of themselves as upholders of the rights of the common man or woman. Wow, sis. They read you for sure. A true champion of the strangest and most wayward individuals. They themselves may just as likely be of conservative appearance and habits. Wow, sis, that was just you. There ain't even much to say about that. That's just everything I see and feel and resonate with you.
Yeah.
That's just everything they said, right?
Yeah.
I can see you, Nikki. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see you, Nikki. She was asking, did I see her? Because yes, it's certain people that's blocked. I hate that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna check my thing to make sure I unblock everybody today that I recognize. That is so weird. I went through that before, but it says many July 3rd people seem archly cynical, yet I'm close. I was going to say that's not you, sis. It says yet not at all. That's like total.
Not at all.
Okay. Yet on closer examination, one finds that their cynicism is a facade sent up to hide a marked sensitivity, which you are sensitive, but you don't use cynicism to cover your sensitivity. That's some people do. Maybe some people born on this day do, but that's not something that's of you because you're very humble, a meek spirit. That's just not anything in your character. Thus, they build a protective shell around themselves. You definitely do that. From inside, therefore, they survey the world around them, missing very little of what goes on. You see everything. Don't nothing go past you. They might think, oh, she was over there in the cut. She ain't peeked that. Yeah, she's seen it.
Yeah.
She's seen all that, baby. Frequently commented on what they see, they lay bare the little foibles. Sounds familiar, not very familiar. Foibles says, just so you know. It says bare the little foibles. Is that foibles? I've never heard that word, I don't think.
I never heard that word either.
Okay. It says and quirks. So, just little quirky things about you or something they're saying. I guess that's what that word relates to. It says of those they pass time with. Those born on this day are not only interested in strange people, but in the particular traits of normal people as well. And with what unerring accuracy assesses the eccentricities of the creature known as a human being. Wow, sis, it's like everything that it's like they're reading from my mind, like everything that I could feel or resonate with you it's like everything is spot on. Tell other than that one
Right.
little part, tell it is right. Okay, I just want
Yeah,
to make
because you know, when I grew up as a child, and people say you playing with that, that's a strange kid, you know. But I just take people how they are. I don't, you know, I don't look, you know, people. Oh, that's strange kid, or that's a strange child, or a strange person. How you gravitating to them? But you know, I just let people be who they are. You know.
right. That's right. That's right. It's not you don't see no difference. Like
Right.
there's nobody
Right.
no different.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't see any difference. That's just it. You hit it nail on.
Exactly.
You know.
That's what it says. It says July 3rd, people tend to be highly philosophical or even removed from life because you don't let life hold you down or burn you down. You're already ascended to a certain level. You're bypassed a lot of that physical stuff. You don't let these things have a barrier on you because they're not that great. They're not that important. Yeah, you like a nice, decent car because you like clean stuff. You like stuff to be nice and neat. You're not going to go pay no $500 a month for no car, but if you have to, you'll pay a little something, but it's got to be within your budget and your means for you to be comfortable because you're not going to go
Right.
outside your way to look good in the car. It's not that important.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, let's see, try to be highly okay. Okay, surveying it as a judge might. Okay, wait, I think I skipped something. Remove. Okay, I can leave that part. Okay, they can also wield and gavel well, putting an end to. Hold on. Over here. What is this? Extraneous. Putting it into extraneous.
Mm.
Are you familiar, sis? I hate when I don't know a word. EXTRANEOUS. Extraneous.
Never heard of it.
Me either. We'll skip that. Into extraneous, dissertive, or pretentious talk. Oh, so maybe somebody that's just talking frivolous, or you know, this, and that, and da. That's kind of what that sounds like. With quick dispatch, friends and family of July the 3rd, people may find them alternatively amusing and imposing, but perhaps take them less than seriously. That's not true. They take you very seriously. Whatever you say.
Yeah, a lot of my family members don't take me seriously.
Oh,
so
they
that's,
don't.
You're right.
So it's
yeah,
not that they think you're not serious. It's just that they don't take you serious. Elaborate
right.
on that, sis.
My immediate, like my brother said, my parents are both moved on. They transitioned to the ancestral realm. I think the only people that takes me serious is my siblings and my children. Well, my daughter and great granddaughter, like my immediate family, my nieces. But outside of that, I have maybe an aunt that takes me serious, but a lot of people don't. I try to hip them on the things that's going on in the world, us, who we are in this country. They don't take me seriously.
They don't.
But hey, I keep it moving.
That's right. You don't let that bear down on you, though. It's not you want them to be aware, but you ain't gonna beat yourself down for them to get
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
It says, let's see. To support, where we at? I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anything because this part I think was pretty good. Gavel, they can move the gavel. That's okay. Friends and family, July 3rd. Okay, don't take it too serious. Okay. This can hurt July 3rd people who need the support of others, but are often afraid to make a direct appeal for it. Sometimes they can go along for years hoping to find someone who really appreciates their thinking. And you just described that before we even finished reading that. So it'll take time too, is what I'm saying, because even though you're subtle with this, is because you're so laid back and you're not like forcing or don't like to force yourself or your thinking on other people. Just your subtle ways, it's gonna make them start inquiring more. They'll start looking more. They may not even tell you. They may go behind the scenes and be like, you know what, let me check out what she said. I know she said this because maybe some of this stuff makes sense, because something you say is gonna make sense to them, and then they're gonna be like, let me check this out, and it's gonna bring them around. So just keep doing like you've been doing.
Okay, yeah. I have a cousin that's answering, asking me questions now, that's coming around saying, what you saying is inspired, which, she left me a text message last week, and, researching all the things I said. She was like, wow, cuz you're inspiring me to do this research. So I guess it's helping.
See, look at that. And that's just the one cousin. So check this out. That's your web you're building. So you're spinning out a web and you're hoping that you're going to catch them in that web so they can cling on to this information. So that one cousin, you got her, right? Now she's
Right.
gonna see once she get it, now it's gonna be two of y'all coming out and they'll be like, well, dang, she done got her on this, and then she's
Right. And this cousin is fire. She, don't hold them up.
See, you already doing it. Your little subtle, the way you're doing it, sending her little see how just what we just said. So just keep doing what you're doing, sis. That's your inspiration you need to hear today. Keep doing what you're doing. That's uplifting you to know that what you're doing is being done. Whatever is done in the dark is not always seen. So those little small things where you're thinking, oh, they ain't paying no attention, this, and that. It might be in the dark to them now, but it's going to come to the light because they're going to resonate with, they're going to start seeing these things. And now when they start to resonate, they're going to study and research just like your cousin did. And they're going to start coming back. So all your work, babe, is going to go, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. And it's not going to take a long time. They finna start coming around real soon. A lot of them. You're gonna be surprised. One might just call you out the blue and be like, "Oh, cuz I remember we was here. You were saying such and such. I just want to ask you real quick about that." And then you're gonna be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." Okay. Then next thing you know, they're gonna start inquiring about stuff. So yeah, it's gonna happen, sis.
Yeah. That's good to hear.
Definitely, I feel it. As it is human character that interests July the 3rd people beyond any technical, scientific, or natural phenomenon. They not only observe what others do and say, but also try to discover what they feel. Because of this last trait, those born on this day run the risk of earning a reputation as nosy Parkers. That's not you. In fact,
not at all. Not at all.
As soon as I read
far
that,
from me.
Yeah, definitely not. You're totally the opposite. You believe in giving people respect and privacy. You believe in,
Right.
You have an open ear or lending ear to a friend or a family member that comes to you with something, but you're not going to even impose yourself too much on making a decision on that, because a lot of times you feel like they can make the right decisions. You can give them a couple of words to encourage them to do it themselves.
Right. And see, I never was one for God, like people come, so and so and so. I was like, okay, I'm not one to gossip, and talk about people. If it's something that's serious, I'd rather confront the person, instead of talk behind him back. And whatever someone tells me and confident, I'm gonna go to my grave with it. That's just me.
Okay, sis, I feel you. That's you. In fact, there is a bit of the voyeur about July the 3rd people. So curious are they to discover what is going on behind closed doors. Another not true. Those born on this day may go so far as to be interested in those areas which society regards as perverse. You're not really interested in areas that are considered perverse. You're interested in the areas that people think are strange. Conspiracy theories, people that they think, but these things are true. People think they're not, not real, or people may think this isn't going on, or people that may not believe this stuff, but I know it's a fact. So yeah, I'm interested in discovering it more, bringing out the truth, this and that. That's your personality. It's not that you don't care about the perversities of nature. You would love to clear up the perversities of nature. Yes. That's
right
for you. This can cause them to trouble if they become known as practitioners rather than observers. That doesn't pertain to you. Due to their sensitive and empathic nature. Now, you're very empathic and you're very sensitive. Because of being very sensitive, that increases your ability to be empathic to others. And a lot of times that way is a little heavy on you, sis.
That's why I had to get out that school system.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was just all the stuff that was going on and seeing, different things. It was a lot on your spirit, huh?
Right.
Mm-hmm. It says they may be attracted to questionable activities for a time, but usually reestablish their equilibrium and ready themselves for their next adventure. Just like you just said, getting out of school, you getting yourself ready. I can't do this. This is too much for me emotionally, mentally. I got to find something else. And that's it. You're on to your next adventure. You loved it, you liked it, but it's not for you. You can't handle it spiritually. It's too much on you and bears too much weight on you.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, it says July 3rd people are rarely bored as they find something interesting to observe. You don't get bored. It's not so much you finding or seeking nothing to be interested in. You don't get bored because you're not bored with life. You could pick up a
Right.
book and read it, or you can find something, interesting in the house even to
Yeah, I
do.
was that way since a child. My mother and father always had sets encyclopedias and dictionary, and people on a rainy day in the summer, like I said, I'm a summer baby. A rainy day, I'll go read those encyclopedias. I think that's why I'm the way I am now, to seek knowledge, because they always had books. My mother had all kinds of books for me to read.
Yes, says mine too. My mom loved them encyclopedia.
Hmm.
The little kid ones with the little stories. A lot of it now, we know the difference in some of those stories, but
Right, right,
it's the info. You're right.
right.
It helped you to
Yep,
learn. Crazy. It helped you you know, just to be able to be more intellectual just because of being
right,
young. Like same thing with me. I know exactly what you're saying. You be reading stuff or you could know something to talk about. And they looking like, how this kid know that? Well, shit, I read it.
right, right, exactly.
That's funny. July 3rd, people are rarely bored, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They observe it, the observation is practically everything around them. You do observe everything around you. You're aware of it. It's not that you're like, ooh, looking to see everything, but you're just aware of life and everything around you. Later in life, however, they may become overly discriminating, even jaded, and risk appearing snobbish to others. That won't happen with you. That's maybe for
Nah,
you, but yeah, that's not it. Okay, let's get to your health, sis. July 3rd, people must work against their tendency to isolate themselves from the world, which you do that a lot just because you get tired of dealing with people and the way you feel
mm,
disrespected, or, you don't feel like they treat you with the love and respect that you give them, so sometimes you
right.
like, I ain't gonna be bothered, but don't do that, sis. Don't, just put yourself out there. You can't be isolating yourself away a lot of times, sometimes you got to just, let them see you. Make sure you sing. Shoot, forget that. They gonna learn that respect. They gonna get it. Their sensibilities must find expression in some creative pursuit or other. Furthermore, they should actively seek real human contact rather than only observing and critiquing people. You don't critique people. You do
No,
observe people, but you don't
right.
critique.
I always been seen as an introvert. I didn't really have a lot of friends or girlfriends, or but I mainly keep to myself a lot. Maybe that's not a good thing, but
Yeah,
it is.
it's a good thing for you because it allows you to stay in that place you need to be. A lot of times, because you're empathetic, you pick up other people's energies and frequencies, and because a lot of times people not in a perfect or a good space, that may be bearing on you. So maybe it is good to isolate yourself. I just feel like sometimes, like you may have somebody say, "Oh, let's do this," and you're like, "Oh, I ain't gonna go there because da, da, da." It's okay to do that. Just get out,
Yeah,
enjoy yourself. You do right.
that's
Oh
on
yeah,
point. Yeah.
yes, sis, you have to, babe. Do it. It's okay. It's all right to put yourself in a space to enjoy and have fun. I know you enjoy yourself and you like being laid back, but do that. Be a little more social. Enjoy that. You'll be surprised at the little energy and joy that you'll get out of that. So the next time you get invited out, sis, don't say no. Don't make up an excuse. Just go. And when you go, make sure you're taking the energy that I'm gonna have me a great time. I'm going to enjoy their
Mm.
company. It's going to be positive. Just go out with that energy, sis. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, babe. Anything you want to ask me or a question or something you got in your
Oh,
mind?
oh no. You know what? I was just gonna say on the live stream when I kept hitting it, it is blocking a lot of people. It's going going to a channel report this. It's not letting folks on the stream yard. And then the last time I hit it, it just automatically let me on. But I kept hitting and it kept saying block. But kept bringing up other things just to let you know that. So maybe that's why other people are having trouble getting on.
Right, sis. Thanks, sis. I appreciate that. Yeah, they've been doing it just like they've been blocking the notifications. A lot of people haven't been sending
Right. Right.
notifications. Then they'll feel like this is crazy, but that's all right. I'm gonna still keep doing what I'm doing. They just mad I'm doing what I'm doing. Can't stop it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sis. That was on point. That was on point right there. I probably asked you for a private one, but this one right here was on point too.
All right, sis. Definitely. You already know. Hit me. You already know. We good. All right. You have a
Okay.
good day, babe. Enjoy it.
Okay. Okay.
Chaotic Truth Live. Thanks for coming in, brother. I don't think I've ever seen you over here before. You are definitely welcome. You want to get your born day read, brother?
Sure.
What's your birthday?
Oh, 10/20, October 20th.
10/20? Okay.
Yeah.
October 20th. And how are you today?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome.
That
What
is
about
great.
yourself?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you asking, dear. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing great. All right, October 20th.
Yeah.
The day of Vogue. Go ahead. You show popped up on the screen like, hey there, y'all. I know that's right, Mr. Vogue.
Now, what does that mean, Mr. Vogue? The day of Vogue. What does that mean?
Look, brother, to be honest, when I see the day of Vogue, what I thought about was you always are like, here I am. You're humble with it, but you always know, like, I'm shining. You feel like they're going to see me. They're going to notice me. Just look, I'm in a light. Like, you kind of walk in a room like that. Your presence, what you do and where you go, you go with it. Your shoulders are straight. Your back is strong. And you just walking with a big smile like, what's up? I mean, that's what I've seen with the book.
Okay, that actually is my personality. It's been like that since I've been a little boy. So yeah, I agree.
Okay. Perfect. All right, we're getting off to a good start, darling.
Yeah, I agree.
So it says those born on October the 20th are very conscious of what is in and what is out at any given time.
Yeah.
Very conscious of what is in and what is out. Yeah. So you do kind of, this is the in thing or, the out thing, you're conscious of. You may not let it so much bear so much a presence on everything that you're doing, but you definitely aware of it. You don't miss a beat. You got to be, you paying attention. This something else moving different over here, a new thing or something. I got to check it out. It might not be for me, but I'm still going to know what's going on with it. Is that kind of you?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. It says often their influence is so great that they can even define certain social trends themselves, but just as often may find themselves at odds with the prevailing social standards or fashion. So because you march in your own beat, I see that sometimes you influence other people, like certain friends or something, they may be on a certain thing that they're doing, but you kind of have that influence on them. They're looking like, well, dang, bro, like that. Let me check it out. Then they'll be like, oh, this is cool. So you'll see you influence them, to kind of be on your wave of, whatever it is. It might be a way of speaking about a certain thing. It could be a characteristic about them. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I mean, everything you're saying is actually spot on. Yeah.
Yep. So with that, that's a good thing. That weighs good on you. I don't know what you do business wise, but it may help you very good or influence your business sense because of those particular things. Even with like your workplace, not so much because of like your fashion, the way you dress. You kind of remind me of me for some reason in a male aspect. You're very confident in what you know. Nobody can't really tell you too much different. You'll listen. You're kind of open, but I see sometimes you kind of close too because you know a lot. Because you're very intelligent and you're insightful. You tend to kind of resonate on just okay. This is what it is. So someone may bring you something different in the idea. It may not be something you're opposed to, but you won't necessarily agree with it. But you're kind of always like, how can I say it? You're more of like seeing it in your way, so it's hard to sway you, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing, mind you, because you have to be self-assured and know and stand in yourself. But in the same aspect, I'm not going to say it's negative, but it's something you should open yourself up to a little bit more, sweetheart. Just because you're intelligent, just because you're smart, you run sometimes in a group around people that also have these qualities. They may not stand out as much because they may be a little more reserved, so you may not notice it. So because you don't notice it, you're not able to pick up on those little things about them. So pay attention to your homies now. They may be bringing you some stuff and you like, oh man, you hear them, but you ain't really listening to them. So listen a little more. I don't know if that resonates with anything that's been going on recently, but I kind of feel that with you. It could be just one situation, and it could be you all around. So you know,
No, you're hitting the nail on the head. I've been told that before. I actually was told that the other day that I need to listen more. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you're hitting the nail. Yeah,
Then,
definitely hitting the nail. Yeah.
Okay. So let's read some more, baby. It says October the 20th, people often lead a kind of double life where their career is a moneymaker and their hobby, and where their interest, and where their hold on, babe. Let me read that again because that didn't come out right. Their career is a moneymaker and their hobby is where they invest their creative energy. So with
That's
that,
true.
that's something that I see can coincide, or it is coincide. I feel like you're using that. Are you using whatever your work is? Is it also something you enjoy? It's not so much a hobby, but you enjoy your work. Is it, or do you have a hobby that you're trying to see if you can make that your work? Something is going
Well,
on.
yeah.
What is it?
Yes. Well, yeah. Streaming. Yes. Live streaming on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. So it's the live streaming is a hobby. You do have your profession, but this is a hobby. But you're like, wait a minute, I like this. I enjoy this. I can make this work for me. Okay.
Yeah.
And it could work for you, bro. It definitely, I can see it working for you. I can see you investing all your aptitude and energy into it is a good thing for you. Also, that maybe you should. I don't know how strenuous your job, your actual job is that you do, but maybe I see that that's kind of keeping you from actually going into this as much as you'd like to. Maybe, I don't know if it's the hours. Maybe it's the hours you work. So maybe the time that you'd like to be available is interceding on the time, or something. You'd be like, dang, I want to be live around this time, but I got to be at work at this time. So I can't really be live the time I want to. I don't know. I kind of feel that. So I don't know if that's going on, but if it is, maybe try to shift your time a little bit. Maybe do some pre-recordings, do the pre-recordings, and then you can list them that they can upload at a certain time. Try a few different things just to give you a little more outlook on using that accessibility of the platforms or whatever, even while you're at work. That might help you in that area if you're pondering on it, or that's been a thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're that last one. You're sort of in the ballpark, but yeah, you're hitting it on the nail. Yeah, you're good at this. I'm listening.
Okay. It says October the 20th, people generally do well in the material world. They have a good feeling for money and finance, so much so that they can become obsessed with it. I don't want to say you're obsessed with it. I'll say that you want a nice life. You feel that, hey, I'm intelligent. I work hard. I study. I do this. I deserve to live nice. I want nice things. They don't have to be the most luxurious. I don't have to spend all my money on it, but I definitely want some nice stuff. I want to live that life that's comfortable for me. But you're not obsessed with it. You don't feel like, oh, I'm willing to do anything, and I'm gonna deprive myself of sleep and life and all this other stuff to get it. You don't feel that much about the money. It is important to you. You do feel like you got to work hard to get it, but you're not gonna kill yourself for it in the same sense.
Exactly.
You're appreciative, but it's not your life.
Yeah. You're in the ballpark.
Okay. It says they are extremely competent managers. Periodically, those born on this day are vulnerable to physical. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with this word, sweetie. You probably could help me. It says it says born to physical maladies, 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 maladies. I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar? Do you know what that means?
I'm not. No, I'm not familiar with that either.
We can bypass. It's probably not that important, but it has something to do with a physical sense, or any of those things aren't that great. But vulnerable to a physical malady, they are vulnerable. These born on this day, vulnerable to physical maladies. I would think that's maybe some type of dysfunction or something that's abnormal because it's saying maladies. Maybe something that's thrown off a little bit. Thus, for many October the 20th people, poor health undermines their material plans for making it difficult for them to function. It seems that their weight of tangible concern can be a recurring theme in their lives. So you're not too too keen on eating healthy right now? Are you trying to get into eating healthy? Are you thinking about it, but it's something you're like, oh, I don't got time for it. It takes time to prepare all this healthy stuff. Da 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 da. You know, I could just go get this quick thing. What's kind of going on with you with your eating habits, hon?
Oh well, I'm a marathon runner, so I have to eat healthy. Now, could it be better? Yeah, but yeah, I've always generally ate good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this part doesn't pertain. I didn't resonate with it. That's why I asked you, sweetheart. So yeah, I didn't feel anything with it. So obviously you're on point with that. So yeah, okay. So you're good. For anybody else, if this is your born day, this may pertain to you or may not. I'm going to say it again. Some of these things are, on a general sense. What we're doing when you're doing a personal read, we're kind of cracking a little underneath to, kind of dig down up under the surface because this is like a surface read. So yeah. So everything doesn't always pertain to everybody, but a lot of this is definitely been pertaining to him so far. So that was the first thing that stopped me. Okay, let's see. Learning to admit mistakes is an extremely important step. Okay, yeah, this is something I kind of touched on with you earlier, bro. So let me read this part right here. It says, learning to admit mistakes is an extremely important step in their personal evolution. Remember we were saying that earlier, bro. It's like, you're right a lot of times, but you kind of battling with that, so that's kind of that same thing. So, just stay on that tip of not always knowing that you're right. Even if you are right, just listening a little more, paying attention, hearing your brothers, even though you're right, they may be right too, but on a different sense. And they can show you something, even take you in a different area sometimes. So be open to that. Don't be so closed-minded, when it comes to that area. October 20th, rational capacity is highly developed, accomplished by emotional control. I see that you have a lot of control over your emotions. You don't get
that. No, that's true.
Get you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
No, I'm saying like that's definitely true.
Yep. People try to get you. It's been tired, but people like, oh, he getting on my nerves, so I'm just gonna argue with something. They try to get you engaged in the argument. Just be smiling, cool. Like, no, I ain't going there. That ain't for me right now. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Like,
that's
chill.
True.
That's just your personality. It says personal appearance counts a lot to October 20th people. See, we just covered that. See, here it come back again. Yeah. It says it matters of fashion, style, and design. They are superficial or trite in their eyes, but an expression of individuality. And that's kind of still saying the same thing we were talking about. You like things because you feel you deserve it. You set the trend sometimes. People look at you like, oh, I want to put that together like that, but dang, that looks sharp on, bro. I'm gonna try that next time. That type of thing. So you have a little influence on that. But like I said, you won't overindulge. You'll spend on what you want, but you ain't gonna overindulge either. You'll make sure that you're kind of sensible with some of those things, because you're practical too in the same sense. But you will overindulge too. I felt the same thing that I was feeling with Didi, is that overindulging. You'll overindulge yourself, but then you'll be like, okay, that's that. That's enough. Now I'm putting a budget over here so I can catch that back up and I'm good because I deserve that and I wanted it. So I'm going to sacrifice a couple of things. Yeah, you'll do that easy. You don't care.
Good.
That's it. I'm going to read this last part, bro, and we'll do the health real quick. It says, whether their profession involves these areas directly or not, those born on this day are highly aware of the impression they make on others. Mm-hmm. Indeed, that's why you walk in that room like, hey, y'all, what's up? And people be like, oh, what's up, bro? Indeed, October 20th, people leave indelible mark on their family, business, associates, and their social circle. We already discussed that. We know that's the fact too. So that just told more of it. When it comes to the health, October 20th people sometimes have unusual physical problems, which they simply must attend to or risk physical dysfunction. I don't see anything physical going on with you right now. Those born on this day are so sensitive to their environment around them that they can develop all sorts of allergies, asthma, arthritis, and related difficulties. I see the environment playing a little bit on your health as far as like your bones, maybe getting achy bones or something like cold. You don't do good in cold weather. Sometimes when it's cold, you get a little achy bones or something like that. I kind of see that. Other than
don't
that,
like the cold, yeah.
That's about it. Yeah. So other than that, nothing really, you don't have no problems with that. Examining what they eat and making needed changes can help enormously. Which you kind of do that. You stay on track with your eating. You might go off a little bit and splurge or treat yourself, but it's never anything that bothers you. Your body is normally functioning good. Your intestines are good. Your immune system works pretty good. For example, following a muscle mucusless diet to keep rid of phlegm from dairy products and allergic stuff. You don't really eat or drink dairy too much, do you?
Lactose. I can't do it.
Okay. As soon as I read that part, I'm like, I don't see him with no dairy. So you lactose intolerant. Okay.
Yeah.
Vigorous physical exercise can serve to expel certain poisons from the body when it comes to that, bro. And as well as that meditation. I can see meditation doing you excellent, bro. I can see you doing like going out, getting your 10-minute detox from the sun and letting the earth cleanse you by grounding. You do that grounding, right?
Yeah, I like sunbathing, and I like that. Yeah.
Yes. That's about it, bro. It was smooth. That was it. You have any questions? Anything particular you thinking about, or you what we read so far?
No, I think most of it was on point, and I definitely will subscribe. I think you have a great channel over here. I think what you do is great. So yeah, definitely. When's the next time you're going live?
Oh, I'll actually be going live this evening, brother. I'm going to be talking about the Tirthankara and the Black Buddhas.
Okay. I'll try to come back then, but thank you very much.
Definitely. I appreciate you coming up, and you're definitely welcome, brother, anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay? You too.
All right, guys. We just did our last read. It's been a little bit over 2 hours. Nobody else came up, so I guess you guys are good. We will definitely do it again. Much love to you, Muddy Boy Miami. Peace, love, and blessings. Thanks for coming through. We welcome all new persons in our chat and over. Make sure you subscribe and join us on our next live. Everyone is welcome. I was suggested to start doing the birthday reads. We did it one day. I just did a read or two. And I said I'm going to start doing them because there are so many people that wanted to read. So what we're going to do, I'll do it here and there, guys, so we can make sure that you guys are getting other things, spiritually enlightened, uplifting. A lot of times my discernment takes me to help people to reveal certain things to them or even put them in a direction of certain things. So each person's, read is definitely different. These are definitely light reads, when we're doing this. I do in-depth reads. As I said, reach out to me. I don't really charge, but I do accept donations for them, just like I accept donations here. If you want to hit the Cash App, you're free to do so. It is not, anything that I request from anyone to do, but it is welcome and it's appreciated if so. All right, guys, it has been beautiful. I enjoyed the build. Everybody's energy was perfect that came up. I enjoy reading and, showing people certain things about themselves and even just being able to connect with them to get a better understanding of them and their personalities and just having that frequency of flow. It's good for me. I like that. And it was nice to be able to have an awesome build and, even without having to teach something or, so on and so forth, showing someone something different that I feel they should see. I enjoy it. I just enjoy you guys. I love my chat. My chat is like everything. My chat is awesome. They're always coming through with a good word, with encouragement, making jokes, having fun. Y'all are everything for me. So the energy was awesome. Peace, love, blessings, and everything good, guys. Until later, I'm out.